This is a video tour of the outside of our 1985 Nauticat 40 Pilothouse. I'm Brian Marotti with Waterline Boats. These boats, built in Finland, are very well regarded as cruising boats, Pilothouse designs. This Nauticat 40 in particular is a really great choice for the Pacific Northwest. You'll see the boat layout here has ample space for working the deck and has teak decks, which is characteristic of the Nauticat line of boats. The pilot house is low but spacious with great visibility, and the boat performs very well. It has a fin keel and a skeg-hung rudder, and you can see there a full beam master cabin at the aft end of the boat. Makes for a tremendous amount of room in there. The cockpit's protected by a dodger and extends to the aft raised deck with a boarding ladder that permits access to the shore boat, the inflatable with the 6 horsepower outboard. A good set of davits or 4-spar davits are on this boat, heavy duty. And looking forward here on the boat, you kind of get a look at the protection provided by the shelter. This is a sloop-rigged boat. We're going to go up to the foredeck next, and you'll see, although it's a sloop rig, there's also a mount for a cutter stay, which is aboard the boat. Electric anchor windlass, 200 feet of heavy chain, and a Bruce anchor, as well as a Danforth secondary anchor. For the sloop rig, there's a pro-furl titanium furling system for the head sail, and as I mentioned, there's an inner stay that you can attach right there to turn it into a cutter rig for offshore. There is not a staysail for the cutter rig, but there's a provision for that, including a staysail boom connection. Now we'll look back at the pilot house and trunk cabin. You can see the pilot house is well designed and fits aesthetically in the boat. The teak decks are in good condition, although they need a refinishing. So although they structurally look great, you can see that they could use some cleaning and refinishing. There's a good look at the windows, visibility, and overhead hatches from the pilot house, and be very good for steering in there in inclement weather. The boat is a true motor sailor. It has a 90 horsepower Ford Lehman Super 90 engine, and it would provide for great propulsion and range. There's with fuel consumption about 2.5 gallons per hour. There's over 600 nautical miles of range. Look up at the double spreader rig. And back on the foredeck, looking from the anchor locker back to the pilot house windows. There's the overhead hatch from the steering station. There's one on the other side as well. Side decks have good high handrails, steps, and has handrails on the top of the pilot house cabin. We'll go up here to the aft deck. This is a raised deck with a large hatch for ventilation and light into the cabin. Good sized cockpit, and there's a table that goes in that pedestal mount on the base there. A boarding ladder for access to the shore boat. Swim step, if you will, for climbing back aboard. Big barbecue. And a good sized protected cockpit with a real helm. This boat's a sailboat and it's a motor sailor and does both remarkably well. There's lockers port and starboard for storage. There's instrumentation that's aboard here. The plexiglass hatch lets a lot of light in below as well. We'll do an interior tour next in another video. So this completes our look at the Nauticat 40 exterior. Please check out the interior tour, and thanks for watching.